Hey boys, it's HarmNone. Today we're going to be customizing the Pegassi Tezeract in Grand Theft Auto Online. I don't think that I've ever customized this car before, so I'm kind of looking forward to getting into it. Seems like a weird car, but I think it might be kind of cool, so let's hop in. Alright, so starting off with the armor, we're going to go all the way up on that, of course. Brakes as well. For the bumpers, we have front and rear options on this thing. We got the stock front bumper, the primary and secondary, as well as the carbon extensions. Primary, secondary, and carbon sport splitter with the primary race splitter, secondary race splitter, or the GT splitter. I feel like the GT splitter is a little too aggressive, but I will go for the secondary race splitter on this thing, I think. Or maybe the carbon. No, I like this. For the rear bumpers, we can go for the custom diffuser, competition diff, primary competition diff, or the secondary competition diff. Let's go for the secondary. The chassis, we can do secondary shocks. Oh, that's cool. So that does that. That's really neat, actually. Chrome shocks, lit shocks, the hidden shocks. Let's do the lit shocks. Why not? Sounds kind of cool. For the engine, all the way up, of course. For the lights, we're gonna go xenon. For the livery, we could do a roof flag. Okay. Flag stripes, sprunk, junk, mind mocked, Homegena, debonair, globe oil, or fook. Honestly, the fook kind of looks really cool. You know, normally I wouldn't go for livery, but I think I'm actually gonna go for that. Why not? For the plate, yellow and black, of course. For the respray, I don't know what color to go for with this. Now that we have this livery on it, I feel like it's gonna have to be like a blue of some sort. What is oh, ultra blue is looking pretty cool, honestly. Ooh, Nautical Blue. Let's go for Nautical Blue. I don't think I've ever done a car in Nautical Blue before. Yeah, I like how that looks. Let's do that. Actually, you know what? Let's go for something a bit brighter, being that it's the secondary that I have the special color there. Let's go for Ultra Blue for the secondary. Let's do that. Trim color. We'll go ice white. Why not? White interior with that. Looks pretty clean, I think. The spoiler, we can do a hood lip spoiler, big lip spoiler, split arrow spoiler, okay, aggressor spoiler, competition with the GT spoiler. You already know which one I'm going to go for if you watch my videos a lot. We're going for the big lip, boys. The wheels, that's the last option. Okay, so no suspension changes to this car at all. The wheels are so cool, actually. Wonder if there's anything we can do to actually make them cooler, though. I feel like the carbon wheels look pretty good on this thing. Let's go for the cheetah carbonars. I feel like that's a clean look. Maybe we go for a little blue action on here. Ooh, baby blue looks pretty good. Or bright blue. Let's go for bright blue. Why not? The tires, we're gonna go bulletproof, of course. Could do a tire design. I'm not feeling it though. Nah. Alright, last but not least, let's tint out the windows and let's take this thing down to the ground. We're gonna do a sound test and a review. Alright, now that we're on the ground, let's see how this thing sounds. Just as I was expecting. Like nothing. This car is actually electric, which is really cool. I'm interested to see how it performs. Let's hop into it here. Okay, off the line. Not much wheel spin. Is this thing all-wheel drive? It's not. I didn't think that it was, because I was usually when you hold the handbrake and accelerate with an electric car, the front wheels will start going, but they didn't on this thing. So this is a rear-wheel drive only electric car, which is I feel like that's pretty unique. I feel like that's something we don't really have a lot of in Grand Theft Auto Online. I feel like most of the electric cars are actually all-wheel drive, with the exception of, I guess, the Voltic and also the Chameleon, I believe. Can't remember. I'm pretty sure the Chameleon's rear-wheel drive. So there's not many of them though, so that's cool. With that being said, the acceleration on the Tezeract is quite good, and you know what? The handling is also quite good. I'm actually quite impressed with how this thing's performing so far. I know we haven't gone too far in the test yet, so we're working on it. We're gonna head up to the corner section up ahead, then we can properly test the handling. But so far, handling feels pretty nice, and the acceleration itself is not bad either. Obviously, it's an electric car, so the acceleration is always going to be, pretty good. As far as the handling goes, the back end on this thing does definitely like to slide out. I'm finding this a little bit hard to control here. It's not a knock against this thing. I still think it's a cool car, but yeah, it likes to drift, which is kind of a bit different for an electric car, but you know what? I like it. I appreciate that. This car is just very unique in a lot of ways. I mean, just from the basic looks of it to it being rear-wheel drive, and you know, its handling is not, you know, all that great, but it is pretty good at drifting. So if you want a drift car, this might be a car for you. It is really twitchy, however, which is like kind of annoying almost. You know, you could probably drift this thing pretty easily. I'm sure all the drifters probably know about this car. Maybe they don't, maybe they, you know, do, but they don't like it, whatever it may be. I'm sure a lot of people are aware of this car. It's definitely a pretty popular car. I see a lot of people driving this thing in online, so, and I can kind of see why. You know, it's a cool looking car. It performs decently well. You can get it to actually not drift, but you have to just be really careful with your throttle placement, because this thing definitely does like to drift, which I think is actually pretty cool. You're definitely not going to win any races, especially given how this thing drifts on every corner, which is kind of a shame, but you know, it's also kind of an older car. I think this thing's been in the game for like 2 years now or something like that, so you know, definitely not going to be your best bet for a race car, that's for sure. But as a cool car to cruise around on the streets, I don't think it's too bad at all. And you know, if you like drifting, I'm sure this thing could probably be set up pretty decently to actually be able to drift, you know, really nicely. Overall, I'd say this car is pretty good, and you know, if you're into drifting, I'd say you know, you might want to give it a shot, honestly. You're definitely not going to win any races though, like I said, but you know, it's not a bad car, I don't think. I think it's a fun car, that's for sure. So I'd recommend picking one of these up if you guys have the money. If you're kind of struggling for cash though, I would say, you know, probably stay away from it. There's a lot better cars you can buy for the money that this thing costs. So just, you know, save your money if you're struggling, that's for sure. Anyway guys, I think that's pretty much it for the customization and review, seeing as how we're sliding down this hill on our roof. If you guys enjoyed this, leave a like. If not, dislike. Subscribe if you guys are new. And I will see you guys in the next video. Until then, take care. Peace.